perusing the Parlor app, and I found a post by Candace Owens that shows a letter from the Center for Multicultural Student Services organization of James Madison University. And this is a hoot. Let me I don't know why it went away. I'm just gonna go through it and comment as I go along. What the fuck? All right. At this time, the black community is in mourning for multiple murders of black men and women. You killed more of those in the riots than the ones you're protesting for, but okay. These events have turned into an everyday news cycle story, again, because of your violence. The black community at James Madison University is tired and collectively deserves better. Do you? Do you really? The systemic racism, another anti-white slur, that has been woven into this country has also been woven into James Madison University. Well, no fucking shit. No shit. The principle and culture that created this university is going to be reflective of the society that created it. No shit. That this should be a given. This is obvious. But they're going to try and shame you for the culture and history that you've built in spite of everything that they currently have. Let's continue. Though we may be in mourning for the murders of these black men and women, we have also never felt stronger. All right. We demand the change that is necessary and undebatable. The change that is necessary and undebatable. So this is not up for discussion. That they have just ended any conversation right there. That this is not a statement. That this is a list of demands, to be very clear. For black students at James Madison to feel safe and secure in their everyday learning environment. Okay, bitches, let me explain something to you. No one in America is entitled to feel safe and secure. That's what we have a Second Amendment for. And quite honestly, it's the Second Amendment you bitches are asking for when you loot and riot. But I do digress. James Madison, being a school that prides themselves on diversity and inclusion, their fucking mistake, has been lacking in both of these areas, and it's time to live up to the standards the university prides themselves on. Yes, well, once you say that you are for diversity and inclusion, you open yourself up to this bullshit. Shame on James Madison for ever agreeing to those standards. Multiple organizations housed under the Center for Multicultural Student Services, CMSS, have come together to make a list of demands that the black community, along with other communities, have deemed necessary for James Madison University to live up to its principles and its promises to the students that make this university respectable and profitable. Whoa! So these demands are going to make James Madison University more respectable and profitable. Let's be perfectly clear. No one is going to respect James Madison University for caving into the demands of terrorists. No one. No one's going to respect you for this. Not a single soul. Just to be clear. Many other organizations have signed the document in support. Also probably communist Marxist fronts, but I digress. Below will be listed the demands deemed necessary by the black community in CMSS, along with the other multicultural communities. And let us begin the list of demands. The immediate renaming of buildings on campus that are named after Confederate soldiers and slave owners. Translation: anyone that we don't like and any founding father that is on this campus is going to be taken down and the buildings renamed. They continue. The history of these names, along with the beliefs that come with the names, should not be welcomed in an inclusive and diverse campus. They literally just suggested that the beliefs of these people should not be tolerated in a diverse and inclusive campus. Do you not understand how that position is not A, diverse or inclusive? But this isn't about being morally consistent. This is just about being anti-white, anti-American. 2, make the Harrisonburg and James Madison University police accountable for any actions towards students and will no longer be dismissive of asseverations? Asseverations. And will no longer be dismissive of asseverations. I think that's basically a big word for complaints or grievances. I'm pretty certain that's what that means given the context of this demand. So they're trying to make the James Madison University police another front for social justice, or basically the anti-white agenda. 3, so they're demanding that the city that the city that James Madison University is in and the own university campus police be accountable to the students. Oh goodness. Okay, so that was number 2. They want to cuck the police force in the area. That's nice. 3, make every space on campus a quote-unquote safe space for black students and students of color by expanding the responsibility of diverse programming. By expanding the responsibility of diverse programming. So, every single classroom is going to have a diversity commissar to make it more safe for black and anyone who's not white. If you're not white, fuck you, in essence. CMSS should lead these efforts, but not be the only area doing the work. Ooh, we're doing so much work for you, James Madison. Good God. Make diversity education, such as developing multicultural competency for effective facilitation, a requirement for all students. No, fuck prerequisites. Those prerequisites are for classes that you don't need or that you're already competent in, are already a blight on so many other campuses. No, fuck this. This is just, but let's be fair, the university is going to concede to this point because it's just one more class that you have to take. The longer you have to be there, the more money they're bilking you for. So the most anti-student demand in this bullshit list is probably going to be the first one to be promoted. So where was I? Yes, promote CMSS to incoming students while on tours, while also promoting its programs on campus throughout the entire school year. So free advertising for the multicultural bullshit that anyone who actively seeks an education is positively not interested in the first place. Gotcha. Just have this bullshit rammed down your throat right out the gate. All right. Have a larger pool of tenured professors of color and more people of color who are qualified to hold positions in departments such as administration, board of visitors, alumni network, admissions, and athletics department. So, fuck everyone who's white who applies to work at your university regardless of their credentials. Got it? Be conscious of where James Madison University is housing incoming black students along with students of color, as well as who they are quote-unquote randomly chosen to live with. If they're chosen randomly, there's going to be no conscious determinations to who you're living with. Are you telling me that black students are inconvenienced when having to deal with white students telling you to chill the fuck out about other people with different opinions. I might tell you, you might probably likely be wrong in your endeavors and your madness, your communist stupidity. All right, create and support student representatives at the highest level of each of the senior divisions: academic affairs, access and enrollment, advancement, finance, and student affairs. So, what the So they want students to be in charge of critiquing and running the universities. Which is honestly what the universities deserve for being such cucked assholes in the first place. I mean, honestly, if you let students not let free speech advocates onto your campus because it triggers them, or you join them in that protest, this is kind of what you fucking deserve. Second to last, visibly increase support for multicultural Greek letter organizations on our campus. I'm sorry, I had no idea that the Greek letter organizations were anything multicultural or otherwise. I thought they were acultural, that they had their own, that they established their own culture. What this sounds like to me is that if it's not predominantly black culture for a Greek letter organization, that they want it to become predominantly black. That they want to force through their culture onto the fraternities and sororities. And again, fuck that shit. The last demand: allow students of color to participate in the making of any new policies and the revision of older policies. How about not? How about they just, do whatever the fuck they've been doing this whole time and tell all of you communist shills, to just go to hell.